break begins tomorrow, so there will be no classes tomorrow or Friday. Southern Miss Prism will be hosting Spill the Tea with Tyra tonight from 5 to 6:30 in the Hub, room 103. Ice cream will be provided, so get excited. October 30th, the silent film The Cat and the Canary will be playing at 6 p.m. in the USM Marsh Auditorium. The public is invited with free admission. October 30th, from 4 to 8 p.m. in Union Room B, you're invited to attend the Halloween Gala hosted by the USM's Artists Guild and Anime Club. Students are encouraged to wear their favorite cosplay or costume or simply black tie. Food and refreshments will be provided. If you're looking for things to do to get in the spooky spirit, come out to Ellisville to Psychopath and experience a real American nightmare as you tour the most realistic haunted attraction. Psychopath will be open every night from 7 p.m. to midnight until November 13th. Admission is $20 per person and $40 for a fast pass. Some at the University of Southern Mississippi took a stand against domestic violence Tuesday afternoon. About 12 students and faculty in the USM Dance Department took part in a performative event called Stand. Each participant began by lying down. Then they took 1 hour to move to a standing position. It was done to remember those affected by domestic violence. Other dance programs across the country are also participating in similar events as part of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. As part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Merit Health Wesley is offering $99 mammograms during October. Dr. Patricia Campbell from Merit Health Wesley said early detection could save lives and offers the best chance of cancer survival. She added that mammograms could detect cancer before any symptoms, like a lump or spreading of the disease, occur. To schedule a mammogram, you can visit your primary care doctor at any Merit Health Wesley location, and they will give you a referral. A new angel statue was added to the grounds of the old Biloxi Cemetery. Over the past several years, Atlanta-based author Kim Carter has been donating angels. Carter has gifted more than 6 large pieces of statuary to the Biloxi Cemetery. She was inspired to do so after stumbling across a grave with a broken lamb. The lamb belonged to a little girl named Belle. After doing research, Carter wrote a book inspired by the situation, which she named Baby Belle. On Tuesday, at the 16th annual Old Biloxi Cemetery tour, the author took time to add a new angel statue to one of the graves. You can visit the grave of Carol Marie Manuel to see the new angel and get to know more about her relationship with the king of rock and roll, Elvis. Yeah. So, in state news, 2 men are in custody Monday after an Ole Miss student from Raleigh was found badly injured in a parking lot in Mississippi. Police officers in Oxford said Blanche Williamson, 20, was found Sunday in critical condition in a parking lot behind Oxford City Hall alongside 21-year-old Walker Fielder, her friend and fellow Ole Miss student. Fielder later died of his injuries. Williamson was airlifted to the Baptist Memorial Hospital, North Mississippi, on Sunday, then transferred to Memphis Hospital. Investigators have taken 2 hit-and-run suspects from Tennessee into custody. Seth Rodica was arrested Monday at 8:30 a.m. after police found his wrecked truck in Morrisville County, Mississippi. Formal charges are pending. Tristan Holland was arrested with accessory after the fact. Anyone with information was asked to contact the Oxford Police Department at 662-232-2400. Did you know that today is National Kentucky Day? There are also some celebrity birthdays today, including Zac Efron and Madison Warren. We'll be right back with sports and weather after these sponsored messages.
is tax deductible. To learn more, call 601-266-4287.
No.
Welcome back to the top. The Golden Eagles will be playing Texas State at Texas State Bobcat Stadium at 4 p.m. this Saturday. Another reminder is that there will be no classes Thursday, October 27th, because the Golden Eagles will be playing the Louisiana Cajuns at 6:30 p.m. in a nationally televised matchup. With increased visitors, media, and parking demands throughout the day, maintaining normal class schedules is just not possible. Congratulations to Megan Harris, who's been named the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Week in volleyball. It is Christmas in October for Southern Miss Volleyball, who will be playing Arkansas State Friday at 6 p.m. with a Christmas theme, so wear your favorite ugly Christmas sweater, and Saturday at 2 p.m. with a blockout cancer theme. Congrats to Kenzie Smith, who has reached 2,217 career assists, making number 10 all-time assists in program history. USM Soccer will be playing App State at 2 p.m. at the Southern Miss Soccer Complex. Today in weather, we've been talking about it for over a week now, and it's finally here, our first freeze of the start to fall. Normally that occurs around the first or second week of November, so it's clearly here a bit early. Today's low fell to 33 in Hattiesburg, 28 here, or at WDAM, where I got the news from today. And as low as 28 in some of the cooler corners of the Pine Belt. That's enough to damage some sensitive plants, but not quite hard enough of a freeze to cause any property issues. In the short term, it will warm this afternoon under cloudless skies up to 63 with lighter winds than yesterday. That means temperature-wise, there isn't much difference, but it will feel noticeably warmer. As we head through the night, we'll end up right back in winter again, but for the last time this week. Expect another low near 33 in the central Pine Belt, with areas to the north 2 to 3 degrees cooler and 3 to 5 degrees warmer to the south. Then the warming will pick up considerably. Mornings will still be cool, but will be almost to 70 by tomorrow afternoon, almost to 80 by Friday afternoon, and beyond 80 with normal humidity and clear sunny skies. Quite the beautiful weekend after a frigid start to the week. So that's all I have for news today. So Jackson, we don't have class tomorrow or Friday. So do you have any plans for fall break?
Nothing really, just going to kind of enjoy this weather as much as I can, catch up on some homework so I can get better prepared. But I know today, unfortunately, we do have classes, even on today's holiday. Happy birthday, by the way. How are you going to celebrate?
You. I think I'm just going to go out for dinner tonight with some of my friends, and then we're leaving for New Orleans in the morning, so I'll be there for fall break, so I am excited about that.
That's going to be fun. I know it's cold outside, but I just want to say something that's not cold is the Southern Miss men's golf team.
Okay.
They were victorious at the Little Rock Invitational, and Ryan Dupuis won the individual title. I just had to give a shout out to them, put a little cherry on top of your good work. Putting a cherry on top of this show is Mississippi Moments, which we thank every day. And let's have a listen right now on Southern Miss Today.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. During World War II, women took jobs traditionally held by men. Bonnie Stedman of Macomb began working for the railroad at the age of 17.
While in Yazoo City, I worked at a little station in the oil fields. It was about 10 or 12 miles from town. At that time, I was 17, and I worked from 11 at night until 7 in the morning in a tiny office sitting on the railroad track. And when the dispatcher gave us the order, it was very important that every order we gave to the engineers and the conductors was absolutely correct. But the trains would a lot of times be going 80 miles an hour, and we stood up under that train with this forked cane stick, and you put the order on a string, and the engineer ran his arm through that string and got the order. And if they missed the order, they had to stop the train because they could not go any further without an order. And I must have weighed every bit of 100 pounds at that time, so I'm surprised they didn't pick me up with it.
To hear more, visit MississippiMoments.org or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today. That was Mississippi Moments, and we thank MPB as always for providing that daily content for us. We're about to go to some quick sponsorship messages, but first I want to preview our two very special guests that will be coming right after the break. We have Andrea Saffel, the Executive Director of the Downtown Hattiesburg Association, and Allison Neville, the Events and Promotions Coordinator of the Downtown Hattiesburg Association. We'll welcome them right after this break. Stay right here on Southern Miss Today.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To start, Mr. Sippy will give you 1 month cooler rental and 2 bottles of water for free. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ed Simpson, Director of the School of Media and Communication at USM. I'd like for you to join me on Southern Miss Radio Friday afternoons at 12:30 for a new show, News You Need. On News You Need, I will be chatting with USM students about the news they are talking about and suggest a few stories we need to think about as a community and society. We'll look for connections between the headlines, how we live our lives, and have a bit of fun along the way. Join me for News You Need, Fridays at 12:30 on Southern Miss Radio. News You Need is sponsored by Adcock Pool, Spa, and Billiards.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today. I'd like to welcome our two very special guests. We have Andrea Saffel, the Executive Director of the Downtown Hattiesburg Association, and Miss Allison Neville, the Events and Promotions Coordinator of the Downtown Hattiesburg Association. Ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. Hey there.
So both of you graduated here from Southern Miss, is that correct?
That's right.
Could you talk about your experience with that and maybe what each of your favorite moment was here on campus?
Ooh, pop question. Well, it's been quite a while, but I came to Southern and fell in love with Hattiesburg and just never left. So, I graduated in 93. Yeah, 93. Met my husband here.
Hey.
And had a great time. I commuted the first couple of years that I was here. But,
Same.
Happy to have graduated. Love USM.
I had a similar experience in the sense that I moved to Hattiesburg to attend USM and never left. So even when I worked in other cities, I still kept my place here. And it's been home ever since the late 90s.
Yeah, we won't say.
So with that, how much has campus changed since y'all were here, and how much of it is for the better, you think?
Oh, it's all for the better. It's all for the better. I know when I was here, it just looked totally different. Totally different. I'm so proud of all the work that has gone into the campus since I graduated. It's absolutely beautiful. The buildings are beautiful. It's very thoughtful and intentional. And I love Joe Paul. Joe Paul to the top. I hope he stays.
We love Joe Paul.
Yes, we do.
I would have never characterized this campus as unsafe in any kind of way. However, that said, I love that campus is so much more pedestrian friendly because cars ruled. You used to be able to drive up in front of the old Union and just whip right in to get your mail, which is crazy to think of now. I'll tell you what I do miss is the trees that we lost 10 years ago in that bad tornado. But, man, the campus has made really good strides. The new buildings are beautiful, and they blend seamlessly with the historic original 5 buildings here. And campus looks great. They're doing a really good job. And I love being here. We're here a lot for all the football games, baseball, and it's always fun being on campus.
I know when I was here, and mind you, that was quite a long time ago. You didn't, when you came to Hattiesburg, you didn't get the sense that you do now that the community embraces it and that this is a college town. And I think one of the proudest moments I have now is driving through Hattiesburg, particularly on game days when stuff's going on, and really seeing that the community actually embraces the university now.
Absolutely. And just kind of going off of that, throughout the years, how has downtown Hattiesburg changed?
Downtown Hattiesburg has changed so much. When I was here, when we came here for school, you didn't go downtown. That was there was nothing. I mean, you had economy supply, you had Saks, but unless you were going for those, you didn't go downtown. Unless you were going to Nanny's. I think y'all are probably all too young to remember Nanny's.
Or Coney Island or
Coney
the OG
Island.
Hippo was big when I was in college.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. My brother-in-law was, but now, downtown is really seeing such a great resurgence. And I will shamelessly take, all the accolades for downtown Hattiesburg for that, making it happen. Now, we have a lot of partners, and this just could not happen without the hard work, the intentional and strategic work that our board has done to really put us in the position to be as strong as we are now, and to strengthen the relationships that we've got with our public and private partners to make it happen. Visit Hattiesburg is a huge part with us now and helps with all of our promotion, our graphics, and really telling the story that when you come to Hattiesburg, downtown is where the heart is, and that's where all the cool stuff happens. That's where the events happen. So. It has changed a lot. If I can just give a couple of big plugs, over the last couple of years, we have seen the most growth and interest in downtown. In the last 2 years alone, we have sold 20 buildings in downtown, which is huge. Like I said, economy supply has always been there. Go Young Fashion, Coney Island, those places have been the staples, but now they finally have company, right? Now we've got SoPro, we've got Lucky Rabbit, we've got all these great retail shops and restaurants that are downtown, and that is just kind of continuing to grow. People want to be part of a winning team, and I think they're starting to see that Hattiesburg is winning. So, again, could not do it without the support of, it's not just one person, it's not just our office, but it's all of these entities working together with that shared vision that downtown has to be strong and successful in order for the city itself to be strong and successful.
I know that there's a lot of events coming up, and we'll get to that in just a little bit, but on any given day, you kind of hit on a couple of them, what are some of the hot spots or maybe the must-dos in downtown Hattiesburg for just anyone to enjoy?
First of all, I think if you've not gotten out and walked around downtown just to enjoy a beautiful day like today, and check out the architecture that's there, check out the Pocket Museum, go by and check out all the restaurants. A lot of people, when I started here in this position, people were like, what restaurants? We've got like 14 restaurants throughout downtown, so a lot to choose from. I think you got to check out the murals. We have such a great public art trail with the murals and the sculptures. When we've got walking tours for that, we've got walking tour brochures for the murals, for the downtown historic buildings, as well as for the historic neighborhood. So I think all of those. I think you just got to get out and explore where you live.
I know every time I drive through downtown Hattiesburg, the Lucky Rabbit always catches my eye. That has to be a success. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Oh, the Lucky Rabbit truly has been one of those things that has really driven the success of downtown. They are one of our partners that I just can't say that, because they consistently, are drawing 10,000 people every time they open. After COVID, they shifted their business model to be open every weekend, which has really, that has been one of the big issues that has helped us boom so, because they're continually bringing new people to Hattiesburg. I mean, people come from all over the country to check out Lucky Rabbit, so because it's been featured on Hometown and all these things, so, and they're just, it's so unique and it's different every time you come. So.
And a note about those business owners, they very much share the wealth, and they are cheerleaders for their neighbors, whether they're merchants or restaurants or retailers. When you're checking out, it's, hey, where are you from? What are you in the mood to eat? Why don't you run down to Blue Jazz for brunch, or check out our friends around the corner at 525? They share the wealth and love to lift up
each other.
The other businesses around them.
When you come downtown, whether you're a business owner or visiting, I think you get that sense that it is a community in and of itself. And everybody cares about each other. Mm-hmm.
I know there's definitely some seasonal events that are upcoming, but kind of big picture, what are some of the bigger events that the Downtown Hattiesburg Association puts on, and what kind of planning goes into that? Obviously a lot, right?
You want to take that one?
The Downtown Association is so much more than event planners, for sure, but we have several annual events, and we love to work on those, and we love to have people attend them. So we've always done our big annual craft beer fest for several years. We've added a little sister event that was born in the pandemic when we couldn't have our larger event, and that's called Brews and Bites, and people liked it, so we kept it. We have a joint effort with the city of Petal called Star-Spangled Celebration on the River. That's our Independence Day celebration with dual fireworks, multiple bands, lots of food vendors. We partner with the city on Midnight on Front Street, which is our premier New Year's Eve celebration for the Gulf South for sure. And then we have our annual meeting and other various events throughout the year. But
downtown candlelit Christmas too. Everything seems to kind of like congeal in the fall and in the spring.
Yeah, when we roll into holiday, we'll definitely give you that date because it's so charming to come downtown for downtown candlelight. In the Central Business District, the businesses participate by having the luminaries everywhere, but the adjacent historic neighborhood where she and I both are so fortunate to live, those are lining the streets also, and it's just very charming to tour the historic homes, walk the neighborhood, maybe get a carriage ride if you're into that, and it's just old-fashioned in a wonderful, cool way to see it. So, but the dates never change. It's always the second Saturday and Sunday every year. So this year it'll be December 10th and 11th. We encourage you to shop or buy the carriage ride, but if you just want a little charm that doesn't cost anything, all you have to do is park and hop out of the car and walk around, and it's beautiful.
Check out the lights. Now, other events that we don't necessarily put on, but are involved with and support in any way that we can keep them going is the Downtown Hattiesburg Farmers Market, and of course, Live at 5. So you want to give a shout out for your Live at 5?
Sure. I coordinate Live at 5, and we have 2 left this season, so the last 2 will be this Friday and next Friday. This week we'll have Sun Valley Station, a great band that's coming to us from Austin, so we're excited to have them. And then next weekend we'll end the season with Holly Rumbarger and the New Relics. Just a great local band with a really strong female lead singer, and it was just important to me to have a little girl power to wrap it up this year. And then we'll crank back up again in April next year to start all over.
Of course. And I know Halloween's looming around the corner. Things are getting spooky downtown. Could y'all just talk about some of the events and fun things that Hattiesburg residents can enjoy?
Sure. There's several events that are going on. Right now, a lot of our retailers already have their Halloween and fall decorations out. And Bloom's, Lucky Rabbit, Walnut, all of those stores have their fall shopping and all of that good stuff. There's plenty to see. The Pocket Alley is decked out too. But what we really want to tell you to do is plan to spend October 29th, next Saturday, downtown. Downtown is going to be the destination for Halloween in the Pine Belt and the Gulf South. So all day long, we'll just have you go to our website, downtownhattiesburg.com, or you can find the event on Facebook. We are having a multi-event day called Downtown Haunted Hattiesburg, the namesake being, Hattie. Our founder's wife, for whom Hattiesburg was named. So all day long, different retailers and restaurants are going to invite you to bring your kids or as an adult to trick or treat. Many places are going to have extra prizes if you're in costume. So the Lucky Rabbit will be participating. They'll have a ton of shopping, trick or treating, spooky photo ops like they always have, and I think the really great skeletons and a Stranger Things set. Bloom's Company is also going to have fall merchandise, trick-or-treating, prizes for costumes, and then we have really a collaborative event within an event. That afternoon, our retailers on Front Street are going to host the Front Street Fall Festival. They're going to shut down the lower part of the street with live music all day. There will be street vendors, but also food and shopping with that little area right there. So that'll be Hattiesburgers and Blues,
Sage Den.
Nellie's, Daiquiris and Chicken, Sage Den, the Author Shop, and Sage Den and Author Shop are going to have their own unique specials. Author Shop always does something really cool called Dead Author's Eve, where spooky stories are told, old costumes are encouraged, and Sage Den is going to do some of their cool new age stuff that they do, like bone readings, and they're all going to have trick-or-treating. The Porter's going to have a big Halloween house party. The Thirsty Hippo will be hosting Hattie's Burlesque. And we know there's going to be live music within Hattie's Burgers and Blues and Grill and Grocery. Yep. And it's there's so many things, I can't even touch them all, but it can all be found at downtownhattiesburg.com. And while this is not a downtown event, every year our friends in the Avenues host the Avenues Halloween Parade. I believe this is the 15th one. And so that's not downtown, but it does go straight down Hardy Street, and it is a straight shot into downtown. So it's a great way to just keep going. It drives people downtown every year.
You know, because I mean, if you're crossing 49, you know, it's all related.
You're already on your way.
That's right. So we feel like that whole day just really leads up to a great way to bring your family, bring your friends, spend the day in downtown. Go check out the Avenues Halloween Parade at 5:30. Come back for the after parties. You just spend the whole day, all evening.
Plenty of good stuff for the residents of Hattiesburg to sink their teeth into. And thank you for this interview, Andrea Saffel, the Executive Director, and Allison Neville, the Events and Promotions Coordinator of the Downtown Hattiesburg Association. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Come downtown October 29th.
That's right. Write that down, and we'll be right back here on Southern Miss Today.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To start, Mr. Sippy will give you 1 month cooler rental and 2 bottles of water for free. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Join Southern Miss Radio on Sunday mornings from 6 a.m. till noon for Sunday brunch. You'll get jazz and swing music from artists as wide-ranging as Bix Beiderbecke to Brad Meldau, from Dippermouth himself to Esperanza Spalding. But relax, you don't need to know anything about the music to enjoy it. It's a great way to wake up on Sunday morning. Sunday brunch from 6 a.m. until noon on Southern Miss Radio.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today. We once again want to thank our special guests from the Downtown Hattiesburg Association. You can find them on Facebook or at downtownhattiesburg.com. And right now we want to throw it to our daily SM2 wrap, so let's have a listen.
In his second year under the helm of the Golden Eagles, Coach Hall called fall camp a celebration of the grueling months leading up to this point.
Again, this fall camp is a celebration of everything we've put in over the course of 8 months, all the way through spring lifting, spring workouts, through summer workouts, through academics. We've totally changed the perception of our academics in our football program.
Redshirt freshman quarterback Ty Keys is coming off of an ankle injury that cut his season short. Now healthy, he is ready to prove the critics wrong.
We're going to really show what we're really about this season. Everybody just thinking we just down the bottom. But we're going to show everybody. We're going to shock the world.
When asked what's special about this season's team, defensive back Malik Shorts kept it plain and simple.
It's more dogs. That's really what it is, you know. Guys that's willing to work every day. Guys that's been here now, we got more help. It just puts us to another level where now it might be our turn. You know, it's really our shot to go on and get this thing for a conference championship for USM.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today. Thank you to the great team from the Southern Miss Student Media Center for that great wrap, as always. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. I know it was mentioned earlier, but somebody has a very special day today. So, should we sing?
Yeah.
All right. Way to get in here. You're the talent show singer. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Madison. Happy birthday to you.
Thank y'all. From the team at Southern Miss Today.
We love making people feel nervous here on Southern Miss Today, but Sadly, we could sing for longer, but and I apologize for my singing voice being heard, but that's all we have time for here today. On behalf of audio engineer Kelsey Bolden, video producer Devontae Anthony, and executive producer Whitney Howard, and newsreader birthday girl Madison Warren, I've been Jackson Howell. Thank you to Devontae. This was Southern Miss Today. Stay golden, Eagles.
Southern Miss Today is your public affairs program, so use it. Be a guest on Southern Miss Today to spread the word about your civic events in the Pine Belt. Contact us at Southern Miss Today at